When you start making edits, you want to start becoming more specific with the changes you want to help bring more depth to your image. For example, if you want to highlight an area of a face, instead of making a general edit, you want to select the area of the face and adjust the color. We will be looking at various selection tools that will help you decide which tool would help make your selection more precise and smooth. The first thing you want to learn about, though, is selection and deselection on a layer. As I've mentioned previously, when you are making selections, you need to make sure that you are on the current layer you want to make the edits on in order to make the specific edits you want. Once you are on that particular layer, you may start making selections. So how exactly can you tell if you've made a selection? Using any of the selection tools we will be learning about, once you click and drag on a specific area, there will be a dotted line that appears around the desired selection. Whatever is within the dotted line will be the workable zone. Anything out of it will not be editable for the time being unless you select inverse, which will make anything outside of the dotted line the workable zone. To stop working on a particular selection, right-click and check on Deselect. Keep this in mind when we start learning about the various selection tools that will be discussed next. The rectangular marquee tool is located below the move tool. It allows you to create rectangular selection on your image. To activate the selection, all you need to do is choose the area in which you would like to make the selection. Click and drag over the area, which will then make a rectangular selection appear. Take note that if you do not like the selection you have made, you can just click and drag again. Beyond the icon of the rectangular marquee, there is a white dot that appears on the right side of the icon. This actually applies to any of the icons on the toolbox. When there is a white dot that appears on the right side of an icon, this indicates that there are more tools. So on the rectangular marquee tool, you will notice that there should be more tools. To show the other tools that are within this icon, right-click, hold the Control key while clicking on the icon, then it will prompt the other tools to show up. Within the rectangular marquee tool, there is elliptical marquee, row marquee, and single column marquee. All these tools create shape selections. You can either try these tools to see which one will fit your image best. The next selection tool we're going to learn about is the Lasso Tool. It's a free form type of selection tool that allows you to freely draw out the area you want to select. This is great if your images aren't so straight and you have more detail and you want to use your free hand to draw around the selection. It helps you become more specific and accurate with the type of selections you are making within the image. This would be way better to use when you want to work with complex images. Within the Lasso tool, there is the polygonal and magnetic selection. The polygonal lasso tool is a more versatile form of the marquee tool. This tool allows you to create straight edge selections with more than 4 sides. The magnetic lasso tool is especially great when you're trying to select objects with more complex edges. The program will snap to the edges and find areas within the image. This is more suitable for selecting images with large contrast in colors. However, once the image has more colors, the magnetic lasso tool finds it trickier to make a selection and will create more jagged edges. The next selection tool is the quick selection tool. It creates a selection on areas of similar tones based on the area you are hovering over. You can continue to adjust or add to your selection by using the expansion bar located on the top bar. To add to the initial selection, first click on the icon of the brush with the plus sign, which is located in the top bar. Once you have done this, you can click and drag over another area. To subtract from the selection, press the Option key as you select an area you want to remove from the selection. When you release the Option or Alt key, the Quick Selection tool switches back to the Add to Selection option. The Magic Wand tool lets you select a consistently colored area without having to trace its outline. To manage how the wand determines what to select, you can adjust the color range or tolerance on the top bar. Once you have clicked on an area but would like to add more, click the Add Selection option in the Options bar or press the Shift key on your keyboard, or click elsewhere in the image. Once you have made your selections, you can enlarge it, distort it by transforming the selection. You can make adjustments such as transforming the scale, rotating, skewing, stretching, or warping the particular selection or entire layer. To make a transformation, first select an item to transform, then choose a transformation command. The most basic one is Edit, Transform, or Command T as the shortcut. This will allow you to scale your selection. Take note, when transforming objects, it affects the image quality and will manipulate the pixels. To apply non-destructive transformations when you are enlarging an image, use the Smart Objects. Transforming a vector shape or path is always non-destructive because you're only changing the mathematical calculation producing the object. The other transform tool will allow you to make more specific type of adjustments based on your current needs. It's important to explore all forms to see which one will fit the most. Here is a breakdown of the various transform tools. For all the different transform options, just drag a handle on the bounding box. You may also hold the Shift key while transforming the object. If you would like to copy and paste the selection, you can right-click, select Copy, and then Paste. Or you can use the Command-C shortcut to copy and Command-V to paste. To move around a selection, you may just click on the Move tool or press V. Just take note that your selection is on the correct layer, or else you might be moving some other object from a different layer. Let's pause the video and try the selection tools that you have learned about. Try to make selections using all the tools that we've just learned about. Rectangular Marquee tool, Lasso tool, Polygonal Lasso tool, Magnetic Lasso tool, Quick Selection, Magic Wand. Once you are familiar with the different selection tools, try transforming a selection that you have made and experiment with the different transform options: scale, rotate, skew, stretch, or warp. Once you feel more comfortable with these tools, you can move on to the next video. If you still feel like you are unfamiliar with it, rewatch the video.